What's up everybody, my name is Steve Fass and this is Hammerdown Motorsports. Today I'm going to be showing you guys a couple little features about the Yukon Denali that are a little bit different than any other vehicle that I've driven anyway. So first of all, in the back we've got our Weathertech mat and everything. This isn't stock, but it is definitely something that's nice to have to keep your carpet protected. And under here we have a little clue of what we're going to be doing today. Oh yes. So given that it is so small underneath that little compartment, I think that's probably the best, if not the only reason that is in this vehicle. So yes, we are going to be doing some shooting today. We are going out to the range. First of all, we are going to be getting my beard trimmed because it's getting to the point where I'm not going to receive good customer service anymore. Another thing about the Yukon Denali, and this is a lot like the Corvette, and I've shown this before, is this right here. Now, what we have here. I think GM had this in mind as well. So maybe this is why the Secret Service doesn't drive Fords. So before we head out to the barbers, what better way to start the video than with some bald eagles and a cold start with our Corsa exhaust. Well, our weather today is absolutely terrible. It's cold and kind of rainy, but either way, I hope we are on the way to summer because I can't wait for the racing season to start. I think some of the tracks are starting to open this weekend. We are actually headed to Long Island on Saturday to get the Camaro tuned. So we're headed over to JTM Motorsports. He's actually going to be doing the tuning on the car when it's totally done. So we're basically just going to take it there now, get our base tune and everything like that with the V3 SI, and then when we do the additional engine modifications, I won't have to pay for credits a second time to have somebody else tune it. I'll just take it back to John there and he'll get me all sorted out. So last night I was actually able to test out in the dark the new high beams that I put in the Denali from Diode Dynamics, and they're absolutely amazing compared to the incandescents that were in there. I know some people say that they don't travel as far, whatever, with the LEDs, but I didn't find that to be true whatsoever. I found that they had a really nice white light, a lot like the projectors that are on the low beam side, but just kind of gives you that extra volume and be able to see where you're going through the dark, twisty roads of Pennsylvania. So a little update on events. We do have a whole pile of things planned for this year. We'll be having the YouTube call out coming out on the 28th of April, which is going to be an awesome time. And drop in the comments, what do you guys think? Who should I race or call out at that event? Because we're going to have a whole pile of YouTubers coming out and whatever else. My car should be running somewhere mid 550 to the wheels range. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Who would be a good contender to go against the Camaro this year? I mean, given that I'm pretty new at drag racing, and obviously I'm not running like a big wide tire or anything like that. I still have my stock wheels, and I'm not really the greatest at getting the shifts down just yet. It does take a lot of seat time to get drag racing with a manual transmission figured out. So drop in the comments, what do you guys think? Who should I race at the call out? So on Saturday morning, we're headed to the dyno once again, and I can't wait to see what the new wheel horsepower number for the 2017 Camaro SS is going to be with the V3 SI supercharger from Weathertech. So this gives me an opportunity to do a t-shirt giveaway. Drop in the comment section. Tell me what you think the wheel horsepower number is going to be. Whoever gets to the closest, I will mail you out a Hammerdown Motorsports t-shirt. And traffic. I love traffic. So while we're sitting in traffic, might as well do a little update on the Denali. We've had this car for almost 4 months now. It's got 2,300 miles, and there isn't a whole lot to complain about. Obviously, the stuff that I've complained about before, like the whining of the transmission, I haven't really gotten used to that, but it is what it is, and there's nothing really we can do to change it. I guess if they put a brand new transmission in, it would probably do the exact same thing, so we're just gonna have to run it the way it is, and hopefully we'll get used to it. But other than that, there's just a tiny little wind noise at highway speed. It's kind of like on the right hand side of the vehicle. I'm not sure if that's something maybe they can fix on a warranty, but I really haven't had time to take it in. I do like the Corsa exhaust. I think it is very much on the borderline of too loud for my wife, but I mean, she's gonna get used to it eventually. And I even had her revving it through tunnels and things like that, trying to get her more excited about the fact that it sounds amazing, because that's just the way I see it anyways. And I guess we're gonna have to live with it because it's on there and it ain't coming off. But driving this car has been a lot of fun. I mean, I do like the size of it, even though at first it's a little bit more, especially coming from a Durango, to get into parking spaces and whatever. But even that being said, this thing, when you're loading it up with groceries, you got tons of room. You don't have to be as picky on where you place everything. You can just kind of throw it in there and you've got plenty of room. And it doesn't feel like a really oversized vehicle when you're driving it around. Like, it doesn't feel like you're driving a school bus. And I really do enjoy the day-to-day experience and daily driving this vehicle. It's pretty amazing. So if you guys are thinking about upgrading to a bigger vehicle like a Yukon or a Suburban, I would definitely recommend it. See, I'm never really amazed by the level of stupidity. There's a guy up here who has his hazard lights on. There's a huge gap in front of him. I really don't know what the holdup is. Just another day driving in Pennsylvania. All right, I finally found parking for the big Denali. I had to go into a parking garage because there's no parking on the street. We're kind of like downtown Lancaster here, so we're off to the barber shop.
20 minutes later.
All right, made it back to the Denali. Obviously you can see beard has not been trimmed because this is the downtown Lancaster area in the middle of the night in the rain. My hoodie's completely soaked, my pants are soaked. I tried using Waze trying to find this place, pretty near impossible, and I got tired of walking around in the rain. So back in the car. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get the beard cut today. It's just time to cut my losses. All right, after a little bit of struggling and calling and getting to where I needed to go, I did make it to the barber shop, so we're going to get this done after all. All right, Cam the Barberman hooked me up, got the beard nicely trimmed up a little bit, so we got to do a little bit more growth just to kind of get it where I want it to be, but now it's nice and clean and actually meant to be the way it's supposed to be, not kind of just homeless bum style. So we are going to be heading over to the gun shop right now and try to squeeze in at the very end of the day, so let's get on the road.
But I wasn't grown up in mind. But I wasn't grown up in mind. But I wasn't grown up in mind.
So I don't know which is worse, the weather or the traffic tonight, but it's been quite the adventure. All right, so after driving around, walking in the rain, all that kind of good stuff, it's been pretty much a nightmare of an evening. So after all this, we're not gonna have enough time to go shooting, so unfortunately we will not be doing that tonight. We will be doing that very soon, so definitely stay tuned for more gun videos. Just time was way too crunched today and we just weren't able to get it all done. So Martin from Marty Media, we're gonna go have something to eat and just kind of call this night a wash. So stay tuned for some more gun footage in the near future. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and keep that hammer down.